Mhm. Gather round. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the palatial One American News Studios, Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcoming you to today's edition of Poso Nation. So, everybody's asking me about the status of Kim Jong-un. They know that I've had a lot of reports about it. They know that I've had a lot of stories about it. They saw my tweets. They saw my various tweet threads, my conversation with a U.S. official. Does Trump know about Kim? Yes, obviously. Come on. You know that. I'm trying to find a spot where the
Why isn't the internet working? Who did it?
Mhm.
Who did it?
Gather round. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the palatial One American News Studios, Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcoming you to today's edition of Poso Nation. So, everybody's asking me about the status of Kim Jong-un. They know that I've had a lot of reports about it. They know that I've had a lot of stories about it. They saw my tweets. They saw my various tweet threads, my conversation with a U.S. official. Does Trump know about Kim? Yes, obviously. Come on. You know that. I'm trying to find a spot where the light isn't so bad on this. Our whole room is calibrated, of course, for the TV cameras, not so much for Periscope cameras. So we're here. So someone asks, is Kim Jong-un hiding because of the virus? No. No, he's not in hiding because of the virus. No. Kim Jong-un is not doing well, and he did have a medical procedure. What that specific medical procedure was is related to his heart, but then there were complications because of it. The Taiwanese media is reporting that it was a botched surgery. U.S. official said to me that they are investigating whether or not he caught coronavirus from a Chinese surgeon that was flown in. So I broke the story about the Chinese doctors coming to North Korea. Then Asian media, Taiwan. I think it was Taiwan first. Taiwan got it, and then Reuters picked it up afterwards. Which, of course, as you guys have seen how this works a number of times. I break a story, then a couple weeks later, or a couple of days later, the Reuters or New York Times will break it and say exclusive story. No one's ever reported this before, and even though I already did, but I used to have this line. I guess I could start bringing it back. OAN viewers ahead of the curve, used to being ahead of the curve. So that's happening. The point is, it's touch and go, right? It's a touch and go kind of situation right now with Kim. They said, how do we know he's not just hiding out? Have you seen him on video? Have you seen any videos of Kim Jong-un recently? Why isn't he not talking to anybody? Just, you can think some of this stuff through very quickly, very easily. But real big point of this is, why is South Korea downplaying the situation so much? It seems like, has anyone noticed that? Has anyone noticed that Japan is talking about it? Japan is really talking about it. Taiwan is really talking about it. Hong Kong is talking about it. But South Korea, of all the places, right, is totally downplaying it. Why is that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. And I know I've talked about this before in some of my long form podcasts, but for those of you who haven't heard it before, for that benefit, it's you have to understand the concept of face in Eastern cultures, in East Asian cultures. In the United States or in the West, what we have is this idea that honesty and integrity are the most important qualities, that everyone should be brutally honest, that if you're in media, obviously you should be incredibly honest. You're in government, you should be incredibly honest. Obviously, we know that the government is not always honest. If you believe that, well, you keep watching. Just keep watching. We'll teach you about that. We'll disabuse you of that notion. But why are the South Koreans downplaying this so much? And here's the situation. When you understand face, you have to understand that they're upholding the face of North Korea right now. Not North Korea in the name of Kim Jong-un, but North Korea in terms of the people and in terms of all the people of that area, okay? So for them to come out and say, oh, your leader is dead, or your leader is in a vegetative state, or is on a ventilator, or whatever the specifics are, that would cause North Korea to lose face. That would cause North Korea to lose respect. And especially if I am pointing out your problem, that causes you to lose face. And it actually would cause me to lose face as well, because now I'm the one calling out your problem. And so therefore I lose face because my reputation is diminished by calling out your issues, right? It's a very complicated situation. So both sides would lose face there. But the South Koreans would as well. But it's very important to understand. It's very important to understand that what South Korea is doing is out of respect. Okay? It's out of respect for the people of North Korea that they're downplaying this. And there's also, obviously a geopolitical reason for this as well. They have to live next to North Korea. They don't know how the situation is going to end. So Kim Jong-un returns. If he gets better, then he comes back and he say, hey, the South Koreans were pretty respectful of this whole situation. Not bad. I like that. They're also, and obviously Kim Jong-un has shown that he's open to progress with the South Koreans, he's open to progress with the West, with President Trump. That being said, Kim Jong-un's sister, Kim Yo-jong, is right there waiting in the wings, looking to take over. And she, you better believe, is checking every single word of every single one of the leaders of South Korea and the United States during this entire process, because she is going to hold them to those words. And she's going to remember, she's going to have a very long memory of how people reacted in this situation. Oh, she might not bring it up. She'd never bring it up. Never say a word about it. But she's also never going to forget. Okay? And if you don't understand that that's the type of cold, calculating, and ruthless ambition of Kim Yo-jong, then you're just not paying attention. But understand that there's a massive diplomatic situation here. There's a massive geopolitical situation. And so that's why you hear the things that you hear from the United States, what you hear from South Korean government. They're playing out that game of geopolitics. And when President Trump made his comments yesterday, he was trying to be as respectful as possible as he could of someone that he's worked obviously very hard to build a relationship with, right? Kim Jong-un, in a way that no American president has been able to build with, at least while in office, with North Korea. I think I would put it on the level of the work that Dennis Rodman did, really, as an ambassador for our country. And look, if you don't give credit to Dennis Rodman for what he did to help normalize relations between the United States and North Korea, then you're just you're just not a serious person. You're not an adult. You're not someone who can analyze things in geopolitics at a high level. You might be someone who remembers a lot of details and understands a lot of trivia, but you don't actually understand how things work. There's a lot of people who confuse the accumulation of trivia with knowledge itself, or the accumulation of trivia with actual understanding or wisdom. Those are actually different things. Skill is a different thing. Knowledge, skill, wisdom. Okay, this is a much more epistemological conversation. But there's a lot of people who think, well, I check. Come on now, I can use Google to tell me everything I want to know. Okay, fine, but will that help you understand it? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You gotta upgrade your mindset for that. You've got to upgrade your own mental models. You got to upgrade your way of thinking to be able to actually understand what's going on. So that's what I'm actually trying to do here right now, is because obviously you can all see what people are saying publicly, and you can, yes, he is sick, and you can see that there's seemingly a discrepancy between what the media is reporting and what government leaders are saying. And why is that? And so that's why I'm coming in, really stepping in just as a service to sort of explain that, so that people can understand that it's very different from, if the president came out right now, President Trump, he's also doing that out of respect, and out of respect for the relationship that he's built up with Kim Jong-un over the past few years. Okay. So if something does happen, I do think that it would be a setback. I really do think that it would be a setback for the relations between North Korea and the rest of the world right now. I think it would be a setback because we had seen some thawing of the icy relations. And look, I think the Kim Jong-un memes are, funny and all. And, I was obviously going after the simps for Kim Yo-jong, who were, just totally simping out for her. That's ridiculous because, all simping is ridiculous, to be clear. And simps ain't pimps. Simps ain't pimps. No question. Simps, no. Stop it. And look, folks, do you understand what is at stake here? We're going to be talking about the reunification of the North Korean people and the South Korean people. There are families that are still broken up over this. Actual families that are on both sides of the border. There's a huge hunger crisis in North Korea. There's famine. There's so many problems that can be helped for those people, for the people of North Korea, right? That can be alleviated through this. Now, it would not, be free, and it would not be easy, but there's so much that can be done. I've said for a long time that any diplomacy of the U.S. towards North Korea, we shouldn't be dropping bombs. We should be dropping like Pop-Tarts and iPhones. That was my plan: Pop-Tarts and iPhones. I used to say that in the intel community too, and they'd be like, "Oh, Jack, why are you saying that? They're a rival nuclear power. Can't do that." I'd say no, Pop-Tarts and iPhones, and that's just good, right? That's good for world peace. That's good for world stability. And look, at the end of the day, folks, we are going to need all the help we can get in East Asia because of the balancing act that's going on right now between the United States and China. So understand that there's also that. I did a thread a few days ago talking about the differences, or sort of the issues between Kim Jong-un and Xi Jinping, because the Kim family is much closer to Jiang Zemin, who is a rival of Xi Jinping, one of the biggest rivals of Xi Jinping, right? Is closer with Kim Jong-un. So understand that there's a split there that the United States hopes to be able to take advantage of, because anything that we can do to peel away North Korea from China is a massive win. We want to take that off the table. We want to take that capability off the table for China, because we know that the bigger issue going forward is obviously China. So I'm not saying that the North Korea is going to become a member of some kind of Pacific NATO or something like that. I don't really see that happening either. But we got to be realistic. But understand that if North Korea isn't going to go to bat for China against us, then that is a huge, huge geopolitical win for the United States. Huge geopolitical win for the United States. Because we all know that the coming fight, and whether that be economic, whether it be diplomatic, whether it be whatever it is. Oh, you guys here, go ahead. Whatever that is it's China that's the issue. And China is watching all of this very, very closely. So, walk through the office here a little bit. Show you guys what it's like behind the scenes. It's very, very glamorous, I know. Extremely glamorous. Wonder if you can guess whose desk that is. Say hi, Stefan.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you working on today, Stefan?
I interviewed a doctor and...
Oh, a doctor!
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Are you going to cure coronavirus?
No, but he's trying to.
Oh, he's trying to?
Yes, sir.
Why hasn't he done it yet?
It's a lot of work. I don't know.
A lot of work.
So, who are we talking to?
Everybody's talking to the world.
Oh, are you on live?
Yes. No, you're on live.
I don't think I'm worthy of this, Jack.
No, you're not, but you're on the hot seat now.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Well,
Someone says kisses from Brazil.
Wonderful. Wow.
So there you go. See?
Well,
You've already got some fans.
fans
Yeah.
are-
Where can people follow you?
People can follow me at Steph Kleinhens on Twitter.
Can you spell that for everybody so they know how to get it?
Sure. STEFKLEINHENZ.
All right.
All
Stefan's been with us for a while. He's now in sort of a more on-air capacity, and we're very appreciative of his efforts. He's a fine young reporter.
Thank you so much.
And a Hillsdale man.
Yes.
A Hillsdale man, folks. A Hillsdale man, so you know who to blame.
Thank you.
Hillsdale. Stefan from Hillsdale. Anyway, folks, I got to run. Oh, look. Poso on the front lines. I think that was that's the Wildwood rally. If anyone remembers that, it's the Wildwood rally. We got that up. Anyway, folks, I've got to run. A lot of work to do. Interviewing Congressman Thomas Massie today. We're going to be talking about the food supply situation in our meat processors. We've got obviously that issue between the farms have capacity. The stores have demand, or at least they, in terms of the consumer base, has demand. We're all still hungry. But the issue is the bridge. Thomas Massie has the solution. We're going to check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Jack pOSOBIEC, the commander of Poso Nation, reminding you that, ladies and gentlemen, you have my permission to lay ashore.